is true? What is true? True is love.
Well, hello. My name is D Ray, the producer. Might I ask, who are you and what are you doing here?
Well, guess who's back? It is that someone just called me the Queen of Mean, i.e., aka the Queen of Black Hearts. This is Kelja, the Princess Goddess, and I would like to say thank you so much for welcoming me back. I have been on a hiatus because I have been busy. However, karma is not about that. It's about what we're about to get into today, right now. That's my personal business, which means it's none of. Anyway, so with that being said, tonight's topic is all about keeping secrets and telling lies. And with that, when from the point of actually keeping a true secret, omission omission causes a stance of betrayal, or omission because it's none of your business. There's a fine line between all of that, and I believe that the trigger is, how does it affect your counterpart or those around you?
Boy, this is going to be a fun 58 minutes.
Because guess what? The wine is red, so let's get into it and let's cut something.
At least cut something and not cut somebody.
Oh, I've missed being here interacting with you, sir.
I missed you too, because we both kind of got busy there for a minute, and I was under the weather a little bit, and you out there gallivanting all over the country and spreading love and joy in the IT field, whatever that is you do, and
yes. Well, for those who, because I have a motto. If you ask some people, they will tell you she is just as sweet and generous and just the ray of sunshine.
Who are these people and where are they?
None of your business. However, you can ask some people and they'll tell you she is cold-hearted. She's a nice queen. She's mean as hell. My response to that is, believe it both.
Nah, you ain't cold-hearted.
I can be. I'm not gonna lie. I can be. And that's not a secret.
But all I got to do is bring up one name for a fresh 15 to prove. So, but we're not going to do that.
Please don't do that. Don't do it. Don't bring that. Don't bring that up.
Don't
bring that up.
Somebody said, "Cue the X-Files music." Boy, the intern is playing with fire.
Mind your business. Don't make me come after you.
Oh boy!
Don't do it, intern.
So before we get into it,
yes.
How have you been? How are things in your spirit and your psyche? What's been going on with you? How are you?
Well, one of the reasons why I took a break is because my life got a little bit in limbo. I had to sort things out. I had to tell some hard truths and clear up a lot of lies. So, and then in turn, I was for all of the places in the world. I was literally in Mississippi on a 6-week project.
Wow. I'm going to tell you, this is my experience in Mississippi. And not to disparage the good people of the state of Mississippi, but I entered this Mississippi state line and left the Mississippi state line. I didn't stop. I didn't brake. I think I kept my foot on the gas the entire time, from Alabama to Louisiana. And I thought I might have saw a runaway slave or two. That would have been it.
So I will say I did meet some nice people in Mississippi. Um, excuse me. However, but that state literally it shifts your soul, especially if you're black. It literally does
Right.
that. It
Right.
literally does. I mean, that in Alabama, any of the deep south, even when I am going home and I drive through Tennessee, it's like 3 hours from Texas to Arkansas. And it's 3 hours to get through Arkansas, which is 6 hours. However, it's 8 hours to get through Tennessee from tip to tip.
Right. Right.
And through that entire ride, once I gas up in Memphis. Well, this is when I had my Honda. I could gas up in Memphis, and then wouldn't have to gas up. I don't care if it's on a half a tank or whatever. I'm making sure I gas up in Memphis, so that way it gets me at least to Virginia.
Oh wow.
And then I can go drive through Virginia and then get to Maryland and then Virginia. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
go
because see,
Virginia,
once you get
DC,
the
and then Maryland.
right, once you get the I-95, you're pretty much home.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as long as I can get through 69 to go through Tennessee, then once I get to Maryland, that's it.
Let me tell you, the time that I drove through Mississippi, my sister was being reassigned. She was stationed near Arlington National Cemetery, and she was being reassigned to Fort Hood. So I agreed to help her move, and we drove from Washington, D.C. to Killeen, Texas.
And you could have went straight, but then you went down 95 and then got on 20.
No.
You had to go through Mississippi, or did you drop from 69 to go through Mississippi too?
I followed my sister, and I don't know where she went. I know we wound up in the mountains somewhere. I know we went through Knoxville, I want to say.
Okay, so you were in Kentucky, because I've been through that way as well. So you was in the Smoky or Black, whatever, the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah, and it is the reason to this day that if I'm driving somewhere and it's 3 hours or more, I ain't going. If I can't fly, I ain't going. Because that drive killed it for me.
Really? No, because to get home, depending on how my foot feels, if it's heavy or if it's going to be a little light, to get home is anywhere between 19 to 22 hours, and I drive it straight.
Well, see, you're also considerably younger than I am, so
considerably is right.
Yeah. I'm not going to even. That ain't even a secret or a hidden truth. But yeah, that killed me. That drive was something.
Okay,
and it's something about Texas that Texas seems to go on forever.
It is. I don't know how many like from where I am now to El Paso. That's 8 hours. But yeah, so we've got this. The buffer is done. Now let's get into it. Yeah.
Look at you trying to direct. Go head on. All right, it's just like a bike, ain't it? Just like a bike, ain't it?
Or just like something else I haven't had in a while, but I'm pretty sure that when I climb back.
But I believe that's the truth you need to keep to yourself. Mess around and the intern gonna make that one a clip.
You don't even know what I was talking about.
Of course I don't.
Don't start doing my eye thing.
So
let's talking about cooking. I haven't cooked in a while, but once I climb back up on that cooking pedestal, it'll come. Man, I did
not realize that's what y'all called it up there. I didn't know.
Like I said,
cooking.
Let me stop lying. You ever heard R. Kelly in the kitchen? Okay, I said R. Kelly, not Robert Sylvester. But anyway. Let's get this straight. We're talking about the musical genius, not the demented pedophile.
Oh boy, you got the eyeballs on us.
Whatever. So keep looking. Bat them if you want to. But back to
you. See, you're in rare form. You've been letting this build up for 2 weeks. Wait, you just like the Joker and Batman. Where did they get a load of me?
Yes. Do not take this oath thoughtlessly. Desire is surrender. Surrender is power.
So, secrets.
Yeah, so I'm not going to lie. I have in my younger years, I kept
Mm-hmm.
secrets, but I
Right.
kept secrets, and the reason for me keeping secrets was very detrimental to the relationship. But my take on that was, shit, you didn't deserve to know me like that. You didn't deserve to know my truth. You wasn't worth my truth. I play with you for a little bit, and then when I'm done, put you back on the shelf or put you back in the streets, send you back for the masses after I've totally screwed you up. Now you have trust issues.
But see, that only works if you're not dating another apex predator. If you're
Mm.
dating another apex predator, then your secrets are akin to my secrets.
Mm-hmm.
We're both up here basically lying to each other. And this is why we'll wind up being friends forever, because we can always giggle about them lies that we told each other.
Be like,
Right?
"Ooh, you remember when I told you blah blah blah?" Be like, "Yes." And how
Mm-mm.
you find that? So it's got to the point to now. I catch myself.
Mm.
I will say it in a heartbeat. Please don't start me to lying, or I'm not. Let me stop before I get to lying, because I don't know stuff about that.
I don't even lie anymore.
Yeah, but
I
that's what
don't
I'm
even
getting.
get, yeah, I don't even if it's going to be hurtful now, I will employ some tact, and I will try to employ some empathy, because you have people that carry around baggage, that carry around a lot of hurt and past hurts or whatever, and I try to be empathetic to that, but at the end of the day, I just find it easier
Yes,
because
it is.
I
It
I
lifts a
don't forget
weight.
I don't forget a
Forget
truth.
anything.
Yeah, I don't forget a truth that I've told. Now I have
Nobody
forgotten a
should.
lie.
Thank you. But that's the reason why I just don't do it, because I got too much going on to go back and remember. And when I was coming out of my life station.
What did you call it?
A life station.
Life.
Life
We
or station. Yeah. When I was coming
No,
out
I
of
was
that.
thinking that it was lie infestation, like a combination of lie and infestation.
Station, well, we'll just say that. A life station, yes.
I like that. That needs to be on a t-shirt.
You're infested with lies.
You're infested with lies.
So when someone used to say something that I've said before, it's like, well, that's not what you told me. Now, mind you, I was shedding that my lie skin,
Mm-hmm.
my snake skin. I was,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, did I say that? It's like, yes. I was like, well, shit. I guess I lied then. I'm just
Wow.
gonna go ahead and say it before you even literally probe. I lied. Yeah.
You know what? Most of the time, I have a close to a photographic memory.
Yeah, me too.
But I think what winds up happening is, first of all, when you don't really care about the person that you're with, and you just want something from them,
Then say
you
what
don't
you want from them.
you don't even care. No, and I'm talking about in your young and immature days.
Oh yes.
You don't really care how they feel. You don't really care what they're going through. You don't care about
Did
what
not.
may have happened to them when they were growing up.
I did not. I will be one of those reckless people. I did not. I got what I wanted, and then I
Mm-hmm.
was like, you know what? You serve no purpose to me anymore. So yeah, I'm done.
Off with your head, right?
The
Now,
Queen of
now
Black
here's the
Hearts.
question. Here's the
Yeah.
question though. How did it feel when karma caught up to you? Because it catches up to everybody.
Well, so it didn't, because I went back and made amends. I told him I was sorry for how I treated you, whether you accepted it or not. I felt that I owe you not a level of apology, but a true sorry, because I was selfish at the time. You do with that information what you want to. You can still tell me to go fuck off. So I said what I said, because I mean, in a sense, I deserved that because I started the fuck off game. In the beginning, I started that. So that's how, and I had a few tell me that. I had someone tell me I was a cold-hearted bee, and I had to think about that. And I was like, I could see that. I could see where you came to that conclusion. And thank you so much.
You know what? That would, like, that the wrong person, that would infuriate them.
Oh, when I say I could see that?
Yeah. That would be
it
like,
did.
that
It
is
pissed him
not
off.
the reaction that you're supposed to have.
Yeah, it pissed him off. But I thought about it. I paused and I was like, I could see that. I really do. I can see how you came to that conclusion, sir. And I concur. And he just looked at me like, what? That's not the reaction you were supposed to have. Okay. And I get it. And that's probably not, but I'm an accepting person. And it's cool because I was that. But he blew up. All because of secrets and lies.
I think what winds up happening, and at least this is my experience, and maybe we'll get into this later, but my experience, most of the people that I've dated in the past, even if we didn't end on good terms, we still can talk about it or whatever. No. But every now and then there are a couple that I feel like would not accept the truth. Because their imagination and their fantasy.
You mean the detachment from reality?
Yeah, that whole thing of the picture that you wanted to paint was greater and more importance to you than the actual truth. And what winds up happening, like, even if you start becoming empathetic and saying, now look, I can tell such and such, this is not going to work. You know what I mean? Now this person, because I've shattered the mirror and I've shattered the reflection, now this person hates me. You know what I mean?
But that's not on you.
No, of course not.
Okay, first and foremost, it is if you participated in the delusion.
I give you an example, and you tell me if I was wrong.
If you were participating in the delusion,
right?
Because that's what happens. Some people lead people on. That's participating in this person's delusion.
Okay, so I was in college. Full disclosure, this was a long time ago in college, and I was dating this person. Well, I wasn't really dating this person. We were having relations or whatever, and this person said to me, "This is the type of relationship I want. I don't want anything serious. I just want this."
She just want to tag and toss, tag them and toss.
Right now,
tag and toss.
Me being who I am, I knew different, but I said, okay, great.
Oh, you lied to you then.
No. Hold on.
Lied to you.
I know. I knew right out the gate, this is not going to end like they think it's going to end.
Once again.
So fast forward 2-3 months. Now I have a person in front of me that is crying that's saying they have a broken heart.
But this is what they wanted, though.
That I used them, that I took advantage of them, took advantage of their naivete. I remember that word. And they walked away, and I'm standing there going, but this is what you wanted.
Wait a minute. This is what you asked for. So naivete or delusional stupidity?
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying.
Because I know when I was in college, it was this dude. I was taking 21 hours, so I didn't have time for anything. Yeah. And it was literally
possessed you to do that. Now that's another subject.
Yeah, but just to say, I had an accelerated program, so I was literally trying to get not a double, but a triple bachelor's. So it was like an accelerated program. So this dude who I was talking to, and it was hard courses because we had software engineering, computer science, and healthcare administration. So I was taking accelerated class. So I didn't have time. And I literally told him, all I have time for is this. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't want anything. I'm going to come over, do what I have to do. There's no hugging. There's no kissing. So if I call you, be ready.
Because this is going to help me study.
That's it. I just need to knock off an edge. That's it. I will take a shower and then I'm gone. My mistake was one time, because I'm not inconsiderate, I stopped and got me something to eat, and I called him and asked him if he wanted something to eat. And he was like, yes, because I'm not going to show up to your house with food and I don't have anything for you. So I got him something to eat. We sat there and we ate it. I was exhausted. My goofy ass fell asleep. Instead of sticking to my rules, getting up and leaving, but I fell asleep. I was full, very much so satisfied, and I was tired. So I fell asleep. So then the next couple of times when we hung out, he looked at me and he was like, you know what? I really like you. I'm like, you don't even know me. I have not shared anything with you. So I literally told him, I was like, what are you really trying to say? He was like, I want to actually get to know you. Because even those people don't know my personal part, they still get my personality. So the goofy side, that's just me. But you won't know anything about me. And I guess he liked the goofy side. Anyway. Yeah, I had to cut him off. I had to say, what you do not do is call an audible and 4th and 1. This was working great. And you sit up there and screwed it up. So no.
And that was kind of pisses you off even more, especially if you're the one that has to cut someone off. When you mess up the plan.
Yes.
When you mess up, we got a good thing going. We got something that both of us can be happy with, and you want to mess up the plan by deviating from the plan. That gets you banished.
Yeah, and normally it's not even this time it was different because I was the woman, the female, setting these boundaries and had to cut you off because we're in college, so I'm not expecting you to get. I didn't want to get serious. I did not want to. I just wanted
that
the bottom half of your waist, from the knee up in that thigh to the pelvis part. When I saw you, that's all I saw. I didn't even care about your name, but you felt the need to tell me your last name, and I didn't care about that. I just wanted that rectangle that was there.
Wow, rectangle. Oh
no, I'm talking about from the pelvis.
I was
from the pelvis, that area.
It's like, stop the show. Wait a minute.
That's what I'm saying. I wanted it from the hip.
I get it.
To the middle of the thigh. That's all I needed.
I get it. But and so that situation taught me something, that I have a choice. Either I can entertain the lie with you,
participate in the delusion.
Yeah. Or I can go ahead and pull the plug now.
You can level set and see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that I have from my early 20s up until my early 20s, or from 21. No, I was in a relationship then after that relationship. So from 27 up until like 32. No, 30. Oh, I was tagging and tossing. Both sides. You just check.
Say tag and release.
Tag and tossing. Just tag them and toss them. And that's it. But then the thing of it is, because you still get my personality, people were getting attached. But I wasn't telling them that I wasn't emotionally available and I didn't have the bandwidth. And then when I was done with you, I was literally done with you. Like I was like, and I'm the type of person that when I'm done, you cease to exist to me. I won't call you. If someone asks me, if you ask me, you know what, Keljin, what happened to you and such, I will look at you dead in your face. And I don't know who that is, sir. And I would never make a mistake like that.
You know what? I have recently told someone that I have the ability to laser cut someone out of my life.
I know I
and they won't even know that they've been cut.
Yes, I shake that shit like a Etch-a-Sketch.
But okay, so here's the $1 million question.
Yes.
Can you tell us about one of the worst heartbreaks you've ever had? And
me?
Yeah,
this was my last situation, and it was because of lies.
That's what I was about to say. Was there it a lot of them, or was it just a big lie that was at the root of everything?
The problem is that it was different lies, but about the same thing, or should I say the same person?
Oh,
so I'm like, what the hell are you doing with me then? But if that's what you want to do, so I had to make the choice. Because let me explain this. That was the first situation that I had ever truly invested in myself wholeheartedly.
Oh, that sucks.
So it hit differently.
Right.
So it was just like, it was the lies and unnecessary, and then the unwillingness to change.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? If you want the half-ass, because I won't accept anything less than everything, because that's what I am supplying to you. But if you can't do that, then that's fine. So I had to make that choice. So what I told him was, if you want to do shit half-ass and half be here and all this shit, go back to your fucking mistress. Because that's what she's used to. She's used to half-ass getting you and being on your time. I don't play like that. I told you when I met you, you need to come up here because I'm not coming down there. I do not play in storage. I don't do that stuff. So
You need to go ahead and let that fly. You know that's your brand. Go ahead and let that fly, girl.
So I don't do that. So when I literally had to, because mind you, I literally rearranged everything to include this person. So when I'm giving up certain things, because I'm thinking that if I make this sacrifice now for the greater good of us, I'll get that back in return. However, it didn't happen at all because I had to pull the ripcord and was literally like, you know what? Fuck for whatever you.
Yeah.
Because I keep going back because I'm struggling with that word right now. But anyway.
But you know what though?
Yeah, and
somebody like you though, and this is just me, just a personal observation, because we've only known each other here with Blast and everything else, but just a personal observation. For you to make that kind of investment in someone, that's almost like a binding magical contract, like Harry Potter. You know what I mean?
Because but the thing of it is, I told him who I was up front. I told him what I expected in a relationship, because you set the expectations for yourself. Right. But when you don't meet those, I hold you accountable. So I told him, with me, it's about truth, honesty, transparency, a level of freaking commitment. I need communication that if something happens, we can actually talk and work through it. Let's pluck the root cause. Right. I also told him that I don't respond well to bullshit and lies. Don't fucking lie to me. At all. Because you will see that other side of me. Remember I told you, Kelja don't give a shit? She will be tagged in.
So you tag her in.
Hell yeah, we're interchangeable. Shit, we assess the situation and we pick the one that's befitting of that situation. So, but I told him, like, I will hold you. You will be responsible for your action. You will own your shit and you will be accountable for. If anything less than that's the same, but I expect the same thing in return. Because with no lie, I know at times I can be a bit much.
Who, honest. You?
Yeah. But I'm self-aware to know that I can be a big shit. But when I am, tell me to sit your ass down. You can't hear me?
Yeah, you're better now.
Okay. But it's like, I know at times I can be a bit much. But whenever I'm getting there, like, check me, because I know my mouth can be reckless. Please.
Wait a minute, back up. Hit the pause button on what you just said.
That my mouth can be reckless?
No.
That I can be a bit much?
No. Who is qualified to check you?
I expect.
I need to know. This is vital information. You know what?
I gotta pull out a charade. Who gonna check me, boo? But the same level of accountability that I give, I expect that back, because what that does is keep me honest, or keep us both honest with each other and our situation and ourselves.
Right.
So I expect that. I'm not one-sided. It's not like, well, I can give it, but I'm beyond reproach. I am not beyond reproach.
Right.
Like, and I don't come in the thing, but I had to tell him, your pernicious behavior is what's sinking us. You are the type of person you're letting, because I don't know what it is about men, but it's like who they are is tied to their income, to the job that they have. When you're used to a woman that you're with making less than you, and that's what you show in front of her, these little trinkets and things that you can do for her that she can't do for yourself. But what happens when you get a woman that makes significantly more than you? That's not what she's after. She wants you and not that. You don't know how to adjust. So now you start lashing out and doing bullshit. When you lose your job and she's taking care of you for the last 6 months with no problem. I'm talking about your bills and her bills with no problem. Groceries and everything. She's putting gas in your car. But to me, that's what a partner is supposed to do.
Right.
She's supposed to be able, so she don't let you fall. However, he couldn't. He couldn't take that. His ego was bruised. So he stopped all communications and started keeping secrets and telling freaking lies. However, me being me, I told him, I'm only going to ask you twice. Straight up. a very pointed question, direct question. You lie to me, oh, I'm gonna find the answer. You forget what I do.
Right, right. So, okay, we've reached the halfway point of a
Yes.
very good show. Um, we're gonna come to the blast artist of the week, but I get the feeling that this conversation is moving towards how insecurity and how a lack of knowledge of self is wrapped up in why people lie.
You
And
know where I'm going, don't you?
yeah, so as we get to that part, as I can read between the lines, let us go to our blast artist of the week. It is the group True Composure and their song Politics, which is featured on Blast Music 247. Enjoy.
Politics, it's frightening, and governments are fighting. Politics and issues lead to governmental misuse. Politics, government, administration, subjugation, media, Hollywood, lots of protests do no good. How can we make a choice if common men don't have a voice? Leaders fly, pilots fly, babies die, parents crying, selling it for deception. War is on and misconception. Politics can blind us, but poverty reminds us. We must reap what we've sown. The Holy Bible tells us so. But will we choose the right one? Election time is never fun. Politics, government, administration, subjugation, media, Hollywood, lots of protests do no good. How can we make a choice if common men don't have a voice? Leaders fly, pilots fly, babies die, parents crying. We're the masses, yet fear the least, and we only pray for peace. Although we vote, we cannot fix deceptions we know as politics. Politics, government, administration, subjugation, media, Hollywood, lots of protests do no good. How can we make a choice if common men don't have a voice? Leaders fly, pilots fly, babies die, parents crying. Government, administration, subjugation, media, Hollywood, lots of protests do no good. How can we make a choice if common men don't have a voice? Leaders fly, pilots fly, babies die, parents crying. Politics, government, administration, subjugation, media, Hollywood, lots of protests do no good. How can we make a choice if common men don't have a voice? Leaders fly, pilots fly, babies die, parents crying.
And that was True Composure with Politics, and that song and plenty of other independent music is on Blast Music 247. And if you are an inspiring songwriter, a musician, please, or even a stand-up comedian, please go by www.blastmusic247.com and fill out a free profile, and let's get started of getting your music out there into the marketplace. Blast Music 247, changing the world one artist at a time. I
Blast
got
Music 247, changing one artist at a time. 10-4, over and out.
at first I thought you were doing an impression. Second of all, I'm like, okay, because if you're doing an impression, because I know who you were doing the impression of, that's gonna make the clip. That's gonna make a clip. And I'm gonna tell him too. I'll be like, I don't know what you did to her.
Anyway, but back to your question. Remember, I said it takes that right person. So the person who I am currently talking to,
Okay, let's talk.
he has a very strong personality. It's probably stronger than mine. And
Is that even possible? Now, wait a minute. Now, let me break. Now, I need some background information first. And you ain't got to answer this if you don't want to.
okay, I won't. You know I won't. So why you put that disclaimer?
Because I got to do it. What is your zodiac sign?
I'm a Gemini. We talked about this.
I forgot. So you're a Gemini.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a Gemini, so I'll give you my top 3. I'm all air. I'm all air. Gemini Sun, Aquarius Moon, and Gemini Rising.
Whew. Jesus. You are just like Wu-Tang Clan, and I'm not going to say it, but ain't nothing to with. For real.
So, but I'm telling you, the person that I talk to, like, actually, he balances me out, and he will call me on my shit. I can't get away with anything. Like, the dimples don't work, the cuteness doesn't work, the smile doesn't work. Nothing works shorter than being freaking honest.
Being who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta ask.
Yes.
After having a track record, possibly, of partners who did not have the ability to check you or may have been intimidated by you, how does it feel to meet what you think right now may be your match?
It actually feels, because it actually feels balanced now, because I don't have to be strong all the time. It's like the other men that I was entertaining. It's like I was constantly having to switch back and forth. It's like I can be a lady, but when at the sense that I got where I was no longer secure in that situation, now I have to protect myself.
Mm-hmm.
So now that masculine version of me has to come out. So, but I don't have to do that, because that's just who he is. So
okay,
I can go to work and be the boss. However, when I'm with him, I don't have to do that.
Well,
so it actually feels
congratulations,
because I can just snatch the damn cape off when I'm at work and just say,
right.
When I come home, and it's like it just doesn't matter. So yeah.
Right. So what I was alluding to before the break was one of the common themes that seems to be around when we're talking about lies and the truth that we hide seems to be rooted in people not knowing themselves, people being insecure, whatever the case. Yeah,
there's another component to that.
Well, wait a minute before you start. Let me just tell you, your voice sounds a lot better without food in your mouth. So let me just wait till you're done.
I'm hungry as hell. So during our breakup, when we got cracker,
because this doggone this show went from this to like National Geographic, and you gnawing on something in the wild. Like, wait a minute, hold on.
It's a damn cracker. Like, I had it in my hand, and I should have put it down.
The lioness now takes the bone and she begins to gnaw on it to get to the man.
That's right. Okay, so but the other component is that,
right?
So you have that level of glorified and welcome ignorance. You know that there's something wrong, but you don't want to do anything about it. But then you have that comfort stupidity. You know what's wrong. You know you need to work on it. However, you put forth no ever. But then you have that person that does that battle with themselves, understands their personality deficits, who they are, and know they need to work on and put forth the effort to stop all things retreat within themselves and actually do that work.
Right.
So you have 3 different components there.
Right. And it's been my experience that some people get to level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Some people get to level 2. Some people get to level 3. But then there are some people that don't even start. They spend their entire lives in a state of ignorance and basically in emotional daycare,
but
because they don't want to do the work.
But that's the thing. But you know who they avoid those who can challenge them and question their behavior. They always so you can always tell an immature or emotionally inept person and unaware. They're the type of people that are always, and I'm not necessarily saying that, but they always date below. And when I say below, they want to get 20-year-old people who have yet to actually find themselves. They want you to be malleable for them. But that's not me. You can't freaking mold me into what you want. I already have a sense of self. Or they go get someone that has so many levels of insecurities that they're into people pleasing. But so with that type of person can't challenge who you are and your deficits and freaking defects, because they have them on their own and they're so busy trying to hide theirs. That's their secret. They're so busy trying to hide theirs that then they become agreeable. Right. And now the omission and the betrayal is to themselves, because I'm not working on me enough.
I'm about to get in trouble. This is why a lot of churches stay in business, because people gravitate towards churches that want to tell you what you actually want to hear and not necessarily the stuff that you need to grow as a person.
Yes, you have those churches that tell you not only what you want to do, but actually want to map the path of your life.
Right.
Not accepting you. So that lie is come as you are when you enter through the door, but then we're going to totally mind scramble you and do a cognitive recalibration for you to think. Now, trust me, anyone who needs to lean on their faith because it keeps them whole, I have nothing to say about that. I'm not religious at all, but I'm spiritual. So whatever you need to get you through, as long as you have a true sense of self. So what you're talking about is more cultish. It's a cult type of platform. Right. But I tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to give my money away for free when you've been dealing the billing fund for 15 years and you haven't put a lock or key on that one damn door. Damn Sunday school books are still the same. Talking about the Old Testament, but haven't said not even broached the New Testament. I'm not giving you my damn money.
Yeah.
I'll buy the lock. I'll donate a lock and key.
That is funny. But you know, we could do a whole nother show on the lies that church tell.
But that's still a level of, my thing of it is, if you are self-aware of things and you are in tune with yourself will tell you when something isn't right for you. But are you going to dismiss your intuition or are you going to embrace it?
You know what? There was a movie in the 80s. And I want to say it was called They or something like that, but it had Roddy Piper. He was in it, and it was an alien movie, and nobody could see the aliens until you put these sunglasses on. And when you put these sunglasses on, now you can see who the aliens were. Right. But they had a hard time getting people to put these glasses on because nobody wanted to know what the truth was. Because it's so comfortable to live in ignorance and to be in ignorance. Yes. That is why, I'm sorry to cut you off. That is why if you're married, don't get advice from single people about your marriage.
But see, okay, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
If your single friend isn't miserable, but can actually tell you that, like, okay, so I have friends that come to me that are married. They tell me their issues, however, I asked them, well, he didn't react that way from anything. What did you do? It's got to be a trigger, because if he's just treating you like that, then you need to reassess a whole lot than coming to me to vent. So it's more so of me
That's
seeing,
honest.
yes, to be me seeing both. I will never tell anyone to leave their spouse or partner because I'm not in it. However, you can't come to me with only one side that makes you look great,
Right.
and the other person is looking all bad. Which is why my truth is I've done some shitty shit to
I
no
mean,
avail.
haven't we all?
Yes, but you have those that will literally only highlight themselves but tell you what the other person did,
Right.
which is again that's that welcoming stupidity. You know something is wrong with you, so now you're lying to you. Like, that's the last person who you should lie to, is yourself.
That's a fact.
Like,
That's a
damn
fact.
it, I mean, Shakespeare said it said it best: to thine own self be true. If you're not truthful with anyone else, be truthful with yourself. And that's the
Right.
same people who literally roll from one relationship to the next.
Right.
How can you not sit down and actually be with you? That's
It's
that's
right.
that lie that you're telling yourself. You need something real fast and quick to cover up the fact, because you can't sit still and actually work on you. Again, you're
Especially.
omitting
Yeah.
and lying to yourself. That's a secret,
Yeah.
because it's hard to face the hard truth about you.
Especially when you have a soul tie. Especially when you've dated and gone from many people, you've given of yourself to so many people. Now you don't even know who you are anymore. You know what I
And
mean?
and then that shapeshifting to fit
Yeah.
the relationship.
Right. Right. And then you wake up one day bitter, and it ain't nobody's fault but yourself. But you don't want to do that work.
Yes.
Now
But
it's the world against you.
yes, or your motto is, and the mantra you live by is, ain't nobody business but if I do. However, comma, it's your business between yourself that you're not trying to air out. You don't want to unpack your ugly truths.
That's a fact.
So
And who does? Really?
I
Honestly.
had to do that work. I did that work early on because it was a lot of things I was angry.
Right.
And the projection that I was giving was not good.
Right. Right.
So I had to do that work and realize, girl, you are fucking up. You're a liar. You haven't lied, but you have a pattern of, you're a liar. So I had to change that. And those who I lied to for my benefit,
Right.
I had to go back and make amends with.
So we got a few minutes left. Let me ask you. I probably should have asked this earlier. At what point is it acceptable to not tell the whole truth?
But
To
that's
hide a portion of the truth from not only from I dare argue that it's never
it's
acceptable.
never acceptable.
Right.
But
It's
that's
never
why,
acceptable to hide the truth from yourself.
yes,
Now,
but
it
it's
may be something that you don't want to tell someone. Like, for example, if I know that I have a friend who may be suicidal, that has not done the work, I'm going to be a little bit more empathetic with them as I handle them, simply because I know that the wrong thing can push them over. You get what I'm saying? Even if
I
that
do.
means I got to be absent from that person or whatever, I don't want to be responsible for that. So,
Okay,
but that's just me.
But that's
Yeah.
not the same thing. However, comma, and this is not a funny story, but it is a funny story for me.
Oh, boy.
Because so when I was in my first major was psychology. So we were in our mock sessions.
Right.
However, and one of my classmate who was pretending to be my patient told me that they had attempted suicide.
Yikes.
A number of times, but this was like a script. They were just telling me, they were talking about it and said, I've thought about attempting suicide, and me being me, and trust me, suicide is no joke.
Right.
Let me say that now. It's not a joke at all. However, this is when my professor told me I need to go into another profession because I said, well, it just seems like you're just talking about it, because normally people don't talk about this, gonna commit suicide. You just find the body. So either you're reaching out for help, but because I said that little portion, my professor told me I needed to do something else.
Maybe it's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just me and you. I don't see nothing wrong with that. And
However, yes,
yeah,
go ahead. Because I was just like, normally you just find the body, but to me it seems like you're reaching out for help. What do
right,
you need? But
right.
he said that the way I approached it was a little abrasive.
Yeah,
Whatever. Okay.
maybe.
Some people need the hard truth.
That's
However,
true.
comma. I don't think there's ever a time, and this is where I'm saying keeping secrets that's going to affect, that it's going to change the trajectory or course of your situation is never good. To me, that's a coward ass move because you're scared of the outcome. That's selfish as hell. That's a self-serving bias.
Right.
Telling someone portion of truth, omission is betrayal. Betrayal by omission is the same thing. You don't want to tell me that one part because you know I'm going to react a certain way.
Right.
Okay. But omission, when I'm telling you things that have nothing to do with you, is not the same thing. It's not a secret, but it's just none of your business.
Right. Okay.
So those are three things. But however, when you go over it, I need to tell you something or I have something to tell you. And you go over it and you know that it is going to affect the person with whom you are dealing with, and you choose not to tell them, oh, that's a straight up lie, and that's omission by betrayal, and that's keeping a detrimental secret.
Right. And nobody really has time for that these days. Not in my book, and not with what we're trying to do and the things that are going on in the world. I don't have that kind of time. I'd rather be direct. Now, here's the thing about me being direct. There are certain situations that I am well aware that the truth that I'm telling you, you're not going to believe it. You get what I mean? You're not going to believe it. Now, at that point, once I have let the truth fly, whether you believe it or not, it is no longer my responsibility to guide you into understanding or believing the truth that I just told you.
But that's the thing. So I tell people, because I do not believe that when you're introduced, this is one of the things that I believe is the biggest lie. When the norm now is, I'm not going to tell someone how to love me. Bitch, I just met you. How you not going to tell me what you need in order to thrive in our situation? That just doesn't make sense to me. However, I'm going to give you that information. What you choose to do with it will let me know what us and me matter to you. And then that's a decision that I need to make.
Right. But a lot of times people will do this. And you tell me if I'm right or wrong.
No, they will pretend to try to
like exactly. That's what I'm saying. So like if I'm in a relationship and I just meet someone and I'm gonna tell them, I really don't like washing dishes. Right. And
then I don't need them because we're gonna buy a dishwasher.
Right. But they say, oh, that's fine. But see, most people really don't do that. What most people think, the other person will think, well, I can change you. I can make you want to wash dishes.
But I'm telling you right now that doesn't work. You're setting yourself up for failure. And I tell people exactly who I am from the beginning.
Facts.
Like, I'm not going to bullshit with you. I'm not going to play with you. If you do anything that is grossly egregious and malicious, I'm not going to stick around for that. That's just who the hell you are. And you don't have to show me once.
Right.
And I'm done. You will never exist. You can speak to me and I see right through you. I'm not about to fucking do that shit. No, I'm not about to pretend.
Right.
But that's the thing. People really, as you said, they don't believe when you tell them who you are, and then you show that. They still try to shatter or get you to have a sliding scale of standards and boundaries. Facts. It doesn't work like that with me. Facts. You want to be, and I tell people all the time, there are no exceptions. You are not an exception to my rule. You want to be an exception, do some exceptional shit, but you keep doing rule shit so you get rule responses.
I tell you.
What?
You something else. I really sometimes I would just love to be a fly on the wall watching you operate with your significant other, because I'm pretty sure it is like a thing of beauty. It's almost like watching a praying mantis devour its mate, or a Venus flytrap dissolving a bug.
Understand what I'm saying. People come into situations believing they are the exceptions. However,
Right.
until you prove exceptional behavior, you are going to get rule responses because you do rule type shit. You want to lie, then you get a rule response. It's one of my rules is don't lie to me, but you did it, so you're gonna get a rule response.
Mm.
You want to bullshit and talk in circles and talk too much without saying much of anything, then I'm going to ignore you, which is a rule response. So that's what I'm saying. Stop doing that shit. People think shit exceptional about you. But the fact that you have mastered the art of fuck up, now that is exceptional.
Yet another T-shirt. You have mastered the art of F up. That
That
is
is exceptional.
hey, that would be a bestseller. So here we go. We got 5 minutes left.
Go ahead. Take it away.
So we want to talk briefly about the school shooting in Texas, and we want to send out our prayers to all of the victims and the families that have been affected. As someone who has kids, I cannot fathom what those families are going through right now. I cannot fathom what the spouses of the teachers who lost their lives are going through right now. And it's mind-boggling to me how every time this happens now, it's almost like we are desensitized to it. Every time this happens, there's a cycle of it happens, shock and awe, sadness. Let's offer up prayers. Nothing happens. No legislation, no change in laws, no action, and then it happens again.
Well, that's
And-
the
yeah.
thing. At this point in time, with all that we've been through, we've had a Cheeto for president, and
Yep.
throughout all of this, I mean, a profound welcoming person of stupidity.
Mm, I can't. Where is the lie? Where's the lie? There is no lie detecting.
But what I'm saying is, until this is the thing, because they are distant from it, until it actually happens and hit them close to home, they're not going to understand the gravity of what these parents
Mm,
have went through.
right, right.
Because right now they're so distant, and because the NRA dumped so much money behind these Republican campaigns,
Right.
why would you want to piss off your money?
Yeah. Yeah.
However, there is a way to do it both because it's making them look bad.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's
That's
making them
absolute.
look bad. And I
Yeah.
guarantee membership is down because why would I pay dues to someone that is not willing to just put in stricter laws
Right.
that actually promote the Second Amendment instead of lying and twisting the narrative to say that if we do this, they're going to take our guns away. Nobody ever said that.
Right.
We just want background history, and to me, I will go deeper than that. We need background and medical history. If you've ever been in a mental institution or suffer from some type of mind altering disability, then that needs to be known just to them. Just
Right.
the fact that's it. So, because you don't need this. Why
Right.
would you put guns? And they need to, for me, to mandate for just me. Gun laws to me, you're still growing at the age of 18. So
Right.
where is your sense of discernment? You don't have enough emotional intelligence to own a gun. Pretty sure he
Mm.
was pissed off at his grandmother,
Right.
shot her because
Right.
he had just bought those guns for his 18th birthday. So you're pissed off at your grandmother, you shoot her, jump in a truck, you wrecked it. Now that even that's a promotion to your festivity.
Mm.
And the first thing you see are kids. To me, I don't get it. I don't understand how you can chop down people that have nothing to do with your level of festivity, even though I know that's not a word.
I get it.
However, but they didn't contribute to that.
Right.
But you go target practicing on 19
Right.
kids that are not even in their prime. They're literally just starting to discover things for themselves. Because
Right.
mind you, just 5 years ago, they were 5.
Right.
Or 2 years ago. Because I think
Right.
they said 6, so 3 years ago. 2 years ago, they were just 5. So you got 7 to 10-year-olds, second, third, and fourth graders who are literally just discovering the true art of play. Mind you, 2 years ago, everything was shut down.
Right.
So they're just now getting back into the rhythm. And you, a selfish asshole who has anger issues, and I have no idea, so let me take that back. But the act was selfish. I'll say that.
Oh, I wasn't going to even stop you. And I probably should have, but and normally I would do the views and the opinions, but I'm not even going to do that this time because honestly, this one hits different.
This one
hits different.
But you're tired.
Exactly.
It's like you're tired. It's the Walmart thing, and then the Sandy Hook thing, and then it's something else, and then it's the Florida high school thing, and now it's this. But this all started. The first one that I was made aware of when I was younger was Columbine.
Right.
But it hasn't stopped since then.
Right.
And they, let me pat back. I get where their target was. But you literally have like the collateral damage within these people who do not have emotional intelligence and do not have the wherewithal to de-escalate themselves.
Yeah. I once again, prayers, positive vibes to everybody that was affected, but we're gonna have to do more than send prayers and positive vibes.
But what can we do more? But my thing of it is that the midterms are coming. If this really and truly affected you and you're not just all talk and bluff and sting, then go out and vote and change the people that makes the freaking laws. Do that, and then we'll start seeing some traction. If you don't, then that lets me know that you are among the masses that talks with no action. So how about you just shut the hell up and be okay? And don't get pissed off. And I pray that it doesn't happen. But if it ever hits you home, don't get in an uproar then, because right now you have a chance to literally make some type of positive change.
That is a mic drop on truth, honesty, and transparency.
Well, how they say that's some truth for your ass.
Believe that. All right. We're going to wrap this up. You got any final words?
Thank you so much for tuning in. Week to week, we actually have these hard discussions that people really don't want to own or truly hold on, put that up.
They tried to push the narrative that he was poor and was bullied, yet he had the money to get an AR-15 and almost 400 rounds of ammo. No, he had the money to get two of them. He had the money to get two of them. And the last I checked, an AR-15 is somewhere around, somewhere, what, $1,500 maybe?
It all depends on the manufacturer, but it's anywhere between $1,500 at the low end and $35 at the high end. And he seems to have a mid-range. So we're looking about $2,000, $1,800 to $2,000, $2,200. And he got two. What the hell kind of birthday money did you get? Thank you.
That was supposed to be college tuition. That was supposed to be go see the country, go see the world. That was not supposed to go shoot up kids and get killed yourself. So I'm going to take that a step further.
It would be real pissed if his grandmother gave him that money that he used to go get those guns, and then you in turn turn around and use that against her.
Once again, this has been
I'm just saying it's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah. No doubt.
Once again, thank you for tuning in to Truth, Honesty, and Transparency. Here, this is a platform where we talk about the hard truth and get you to look within to make the necessary changes for you to be better, myself included. Thank you, and we will see you next week.
Peace.
It's true. It's true. Truth is love.